Would you? That was kind of stupid. What kind of hand clap was that? Hand clap to the masses of us, guys. We are back again for another Mystelics reacts or reactions on this same Mystelics reacts channel, guys. And of course, we're gonna be reacting to the second meeting of the second session of the 10th Parliament taking place in Dominica, guys. One of the things that I tend to do is I tend to watch a lot of the U.S. Parliament things, and of course I also like to see that of what is taking place in Dominica. But of course, a number of individuals were sending me some various clips of one of the individuals, the Senator Mr. Clement Marcellin. Yeah, I think that's his last name. Oh, look, Dronilia. Talking about as I start clapping, by the way, guys, round of applause goes out to each and every one of you guys who tuned into yet another Mystelics reaction channel right there and then. But Dronilia is in the building. What Dronilia saying? Education. Of course. Tell us about education, Dronilia.
Clean, modern learning spaces are directly correlated to students' achievement level.
It's rather interesting that they were doing it online. So I guess you're talking about that they were actually at their homes in clean, sanitary places at their homes, because people who are at their homes for the most part of the Rona situation. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, guys, let's continue. We live in Dronilia at the back. Who's Mamselle?
Because I heard somebody said it. Well, I heard the honorable senator said that we're not doing anything for small business owners.
It's true. What all universal small business owners? All you have 8 bank loans and they still. Anyways, that's not the point right there. I think it's okay. There he is right there, brothers and sisters. But that long whipal, that long whipal. Yes, so let's see what the brother has to say right there.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good afternoon to my parliamentary colleagues.
Okay, let's continue.
The individuals, our citizenship with pride and joy. Good afternoon to the individuals from the constituency of Vegas.
Big up the Vegas, Massey.
Before I proceed, I also want your permission to glance at my copious notes, which I realized you spoke about the standing orders would be placed with strict adherence.
Yes, permission is granted.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, I also want to borrow from the Holy Book, where in Philippians 4 states that
Pastor Clement,
and maybe our brethren in the Lord walks in confidence by my bonds are much more bold to speak the word without fear, and therefore I'm inclined to speak the truth to power, speak without fear and favor, speak knowing that it is duty bound, that I am duty bound on the behalf of Dominicans, and I also speak in the name of my daughter and fellow Dominican children, who really and truly the future,
yes, definitely,
that which they will live, must circle around the decisions that make here
at present.
House today.
True, very true.
We should be reminded that the more we speak out on matters relating to performance of a government, the better those in governance
should
will
be
perform.
Should.
And let it be known to all that it is with silence that those in government are strengthened. And therefore, it is incumbent on each and every one of us to voice our concern in a respectable and truthful manner.
Hold them accountable.
So we could keep those that govern us in check.
Yes.
This supplementary appropriation bill, Mr. Speaker, is where lies the policy direction of the government, and it provides an indication.
By the way, I just want to say congratulations to Clement, man. You're one of the young folks definitely there. And when I see this, I kind of get the urge for me to want to be a part of this, man. From the video clippings that I saw you arguing with them people. I want to come and argue with them people too. Because trust me, they will get some blows, brothers and sisters. But let's leave that there. The spirit have to take me for me to want to be there. And of course, the people have to want to put me there in this regard. But let's continue right there.
Of the current emphasis or the emphasis on various sectors. What we have seen over time and time again is really the emphasis on maintenance.
Furthermore, I think the people who have the audio in check need to put up the audio volume. All you need to put up the audio volume. My volume's on high and it's still low. What kind of foolish thing is this?
What is proven to be the limiting factors as opposed to the embracing policies which would have a bias towards industry and commerce. And Mr. Speaker, this is not just a recent situation. This is frightening.
Yep.
And Mr. Speaker, for example, I'm really jumping, but for example, the Ministry of Trade, Commerce, Entrepreneurship, Mr. Speaker, for a supplementary appropriation bill, we are not seeing anything. And I remember.
No, guys, correct me and correct him if it's wrong. Have you ever seen anything as a substance that is actually elevating when it comes down to this field, entrepreneurship, business? Have you ever seen what exactly are you seeing happening in Dominica, overall speaking, especially for the youth? What exactly are you seeing? Are you seeing the youth elevating in business? What exactly are you seeing? Let me know that in the comment box below.
Specifically in that budget presentation, I asked that more spending would be done in this area because we live in a COVID era where we need to be innovative, we need to increase trade, we need to be more productive. And I foresee that would have been an issue. And we would have to find innovative ways to counteract the challenges that COVID-19 will pose on our economy.
Absolutely. Give this video a thumbs up for the brother right there for stating that very thing, that very thing that is actually essential to the survival of Dominica. Remember the very Prime Minister says some will grapple and some will sink? Alright then.
And we came here and we heard them say, oh well, we can't chew gum and walk at the same time. It meaning say we cannot fight the COVID pandemic and think about the economy.
Hector, you're heading the way.
We come back here and who said that? Who said that? Look the minister right there. Look the minister right there.
Point him out.
And Mr. Speaker, so
Him.
it is my conviction that
the health minister.
this administration plays little or no regard to the economic advancement of ordinary Dominicans. And it's my conviction. And even in times like this, well, continues to hold people like a vice grip, squeeze in any viable option of survival.
By the way, they saying that word a lot. Hopefully, I myself, I can't edit out things. Hopefully, they don't come for me on that.
We see today what our results of our inaction have brought to us. And I will admit, there will always be space for social programs in our economy.
Of course.
There will always be social welfare programs to deal with the issues that they create.
Of course. They created the issues and they have to then create solutions for the very issues that they created, of course.
And Mr. Speaker, we
Tell me his lie. I am very proud, bro. True.
need to provide major fiscal programs and stimulants, Mr. Speaker, that will
The growth engines.
grow our economy.
Oh, he said it properly. By the way, guys, I never saw this before. I only saw snippets of him and the lady bantai. That is pretty much it. But let's continue.
And we again seeing the out of budget spending towards efforts which produce
Nothing.
not enough.
Well, he said not enough, but pretty much, yes. We can see it.
I'm not saying that they are not doing well at taking care of the elderly. I'm not taking nothing away from them.
They are taking care of the elderly, no doubt about it.
I'm not taking nothing away. But how many of the elderly you will send back to work?
To work in, they're not working. They just, they have done their part already. All you quave the economy, and the elderly are just there to receive now. Because they have done their part when the economy was doing well. They're not doing it again. Or you quave the young people to do things in the economy. That is not happening. Therefore, the elderly is pretty much benefiting and all you doing on your job. Yes, congratulations to the elderly folks and for the government them doing things for the elderly folks. But the young people who are supposed to contribute to the growth factors are being dwindled and oppressed.
Well, you can't do that. So you have to take care of the younger ones and go and invest into provident activities,
yes,
provident economic stimulants, so that we can be more
stimulate the growth engines of Dominica that will then create economic stability. Economic stability will then create more jobs and more money flowing in, and of course developing the youths, and which prepare the next generation to come and do better. But we're making the next generation come to beg.
Boy, as a country, I'm taking nothing away from you. I have always said my presentations here in the world is not for Workers' Party, it's not for Labour,
It's for the people.
Dominicans.
Of course.
So whatever I say here, Mr. Speaker, because I am duty bound, I took an oath and I take it seriously to really protect the interests of our future generations,
Yep.
Mr. Speaker. And seriously, it may not be the easiest thing to do.
Nope.
It's the easiest thing for me to do to say, oh, that's not good, that's not good, that's not. But I don't do that, Mr. Speaker. So I honestly come here, Mr. Speaker,
To see you can find solutions. That's one of the things that I do, especially for my team. Let us find solutions so we can elevate the standing. Don't come and bring grievance from us. Girls like to do this very thing. They like to say, oh, I just want somebody to listen. And then they come in and put all their problem. Don't, hey. That does make me hex. When somebody will tell me, don't say nothing, because they know I like to try to find solutions. If you have a problem, let us solve the problem. Don't come and cry and tell me your problem and think that is okay, just leave your problem. Nonsense, you're talking here. Anyway, let's continue.
my conviction that we can do better to empower every single Dominican into buoyancy. We can't remain as caterpillars for the entire lifetime.
My brother, we don't even caterpillars. We little ant, and we on our belly. Not on our belly, on our back. Because on belly ant will walk, but on our back we ants. We just there. We just there like no sun bless on. Ay ay ay.
We need to be butterflies at one point, Mr. Speaker, and what we have seen is the over-reliance and emphasis, Mr. Speaker, on things that do not drive economic progress.
Exactly.
And that is what our side.
This is why I talk to I've stated this already. Talk to any economist across the Caribbean who knows about Dominica, and the first thing they will tell you is Dominica needs to go into what? Agriculture. That is the basis of Dominica, and then providing for the rest of the region, and then beyond that. This is one of the reasons why I like Gabriel Christian, his philosophy on trying to bring factories into Dominica to create products, not just sell the fruits and stuff, but to create products that can also elevate the standing to then send outside as well. Oh enough, we have all kind of water. We have all kind of water, and we have Chinese water in Dominica, brothers and sisters. Chinese water in Dominica. We have all kind of Caribbean water in outside, and guess what? Our water in Dominica more expensive than the very outside waters. Boy, I tell you, boy, that does hurt me. Eh? And when you outside, our water still more expensive than the people's water. Let me continue.
The United Workers' Party keep asking and advocating for on behalf of all Dominicans across the country.
Not some, all.
Mr. Speaker, COVID-19 hit our shores in May of 2021. Wholesale and retail sector was affected by the temporary closure. Individual livelihoods were significantly challenged. We came to listen again, Mr. Speaker, and lend our support to the matters relating to protocols, the new plans that the Ministry of Health has done. And Mr. Speaker, I note that the Honorable Minister of Health is absent. Mr. Speaker, as
you wasn't there, so somebody else.
On that, I saw the investment made in or out of budget spending made on the health sector, Mr. Speaker, which was second highest, Mr. Speaker. And I want to applaud the Ministry of Health, Mr. Speaker, because if not for that, we would be in a serious problem. No system here is foolproof. So
I agree in a sense. Well, I think they were doing it much better before the injections reached. I think that they were doing a good job, an okay job when it comes down to what they were doing. But now we have been hearing about neglect and all those kind of things when it comes down to the ministry. And a lot of people have, as well as patients who have been inside there, have stated that a lot of people who have passed away was due to neglect. A lot of the people who have passed away were due to neglect. I have friends who have been inside there observing different things taking place. Matcha, if you bring me inside it, let me continue. Anyways, before the whole injection stuff, guys, I think they were doing a pretty much good job, where people had to come and quarantine and so forth so that Dominicans could be protected. And as soon as they open up, we reach almost 700 or 800 and then injections as well, and we wondering how things spreading. I mean, if you just listen to the science, you will realize something is wrong. Anyways, before you to come for me, let me continue.
Always be room for improvement. So if we decide or we say, hey, I think you are going wrong here, you can improve. It's not to destroy the system.
Nope.
And you hear them say, the United Workers' Party don't like nobody or don't like people. The Honorable Minister just said that. And Mr. Speaker, that is the furthest from the truth.
I know Scarrett like to say that.
That is the furthest one. It's not because we are tasked with what is really not the nicest opportunity, to be honest. No one likes the regulator. No one likes the supervisor. No one would be comfortable with constantly being corrected. You have to only be a mature person to accept that. And Mr. Speaker, it speaks a lot about the level of maturity. On the other side of
Yep, true. True. They're like little children.
Mr. Speaker, but in the supplementary budget appropriation bill before this House, Mr. Speaker, we see the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development get the largest share of the public sector investment, 27.49% or 170 million to a further unforeseen spending. Mr. Speaker, again the largest proportion, where you have 28.8% or 72 million. Mr. Speaker, housing is very important. The conditions in which our ordinary Dominicans live are great.
I notice as soon as he starts saying this kind of things there, they start messing up the mic. And I sure the mic doesn't operate on battery. I could be wrong. Let me know that in the comment box below, guys.
Sure that we treat there's a level of parity or equitable distribution of those resources that all Dominicans.
Okay, guys. Let me. Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, first and it is the economy, which is the 27.6%.
Let's continue, guys.
Great. So too, there's a school of thought that thinks in smaller developing countries, building up roads may not be as effective.
Building roads and this thing, it doesn't affect the economy at all. You can let all this road become dirt road and people getting monies and stuff. The people themselves will start to build the road. I saw that in Picard, you know. I saw that in Picard, where there were dirt roads in a number of places and the people who were getting monies started to build the roads themselves. You can look, and if you notice, a lot of places there's cement roads because the people were building the cement roads because they had the monies, the extra monies for them to do that, but they make roads go. I mean, come on. Anyways, let's continue.
As like economy, more we need to be able to prioritize the most production. Where we invest in, how much production we put, how much income, how much
Into the growth factors.
Well, I know you don't understand, so I'm just only helping you. So that
Hey, Gucci Mel there, we. Good, that's Gucci Mel there, no boy. Gucci Mel. Gucci Mel, what you doing? Gucci Mel lost stock now, boy. Gucci Mel lost there for a show, boy.
my job here is to help. My job here is to help. So if you don't understand, we can always start with
That's your freaking business, you should tell him.
Honorable Paul. We can always have a chat. Well, we have heard
Well, that's true. You can do that too.
Minister of Tourism, Mr. Speaker. It's always good for the shadow to come after the object.
Yes.
Because the shadow is normally bigger than the object. We always remember that. So I just want to tell her that. And I heard her went around, Mr. Speaker. And the question is,
What is wrong with the mic then?
the question is, Mr. Speaker, well, yes, we understand that. But Mr. Speaker, within the particular budget presentation, I remember coming again and saying to the minister or to this honorable house that with projections of COVID, the amount that was budgeted was insufficient
Too low.
for the Ministry of Tourism. The economy is contributing to tourism. And I said to this house, Speaker, no additional spending in a poor era, Mr. Speaker. And it was so clear while she was presenting, while the Honorable Minister was presenting, Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Minister wandered around, tried to say where she should have spent. Or where
So that means she don't have the foresight to see where exactly what was going on. You hear things coming, you don't know how you're going to do things as a Minister of Tourism. And all you think got a good head? Continue.
where the ministry should have spent. And that is why I was trying to object to say it's it's not a budget presentation, it's what you have spent, and there was no additional spending for that ministry. So we have the cable car to the boiling lip. but look, you validate what I just said, Honorable Minister. Cable car project is really a water down on the Prelex project that
True.
the Honorable Leader of the Opposition
True.
already.
Yep. It was their plan to do these things. This is one of the reasons why a number of persons were saying that the Labour Party were trying to use the previous manifesto of the UWP for them to do things.
But that cable car in a supplementary.
Boy, that girl is, you know. You want to put a tram car for the boiling lake in an era where there's the Rona situation, as the people flying back and forth. It's kind of like a funny vibes when people were talking about the international airport. In the pandemic times, you trying to build international airport. It's not to say it happened on you, you know, brothers and sisters. It was during the very pandemic that was coming through. That is when they were talking about building international airport, you know. I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong, brothers and sisters. Because remember in 2019, early 2019, they were talking about, oh, it's not necessary. And then later on, during election time, I think they started. No, I think during election time, they were also saying that very same thing. And then in 2020, no, oh yes. Yes, they stated that. They stated that the Chinese would help and build and whatnot. And they change up how much answers and this kind of things in this regard. Anyways, guys, let's continue. Well, fix the freaking mic now.
In that festival, we will be able to live from into ocean, which is horrible. I can know the island and it will be successful because the niche that Dominica can exploit is our national tourism.
Yep.
The other islands will try.
One of the things we could have done, especially when it comes on to nature tourism, is actually utilizing the natural element that we have in Dominica to then provide sort of cures for individuals. I mean, you have bay leaf, you have ginger, you have a number of things. You could have inculcated these kind of things, tested out on our economy. Since we are the nature isle of the Caribbean, understand, nature isle of the Caribbean, utilizing our herbs and remedies that we actually have, because we are carbon bodies. We are carbon bodies, need carbon materials to then solve external or internal problems when it comes down to illnesses. So we can actually utilize the herbs and stuff and see how well it works, and then dish it out across the Caribbean. That would of course create billions of dollars in this industry. They would have tried to stop it, yes, no doubt about it, but if it works, and we know it works because we have tested it out in Dominica. And guys, I'll post this full thing in the thing because the volume is kind of messing up on this thing right there. But that is the part I just saw in the clippings and whatnot. I'll post the rest for you guys to check out and so forth. It seemed like he was going behind them one after the other in this kind of things there. So that would be pretty interesting. I'll post the link of that in the description below. But I think that would have been very much important if we had actually utilized natural remedies, for which they were preaching all in 2020. They were preaching utilizing natural remedies, steaming and so forth and so forth. And then all of a sudden that just went out after the injection came about. We could have taken advantage, but we don't have the innovative minds to then push these kind of things and these bright ideas. I mean, back west, we could have done this, but no. We're losing out on so much opportunities as the nature isle of the Caribbean. But no, people, let's wait for the injections now, boy. Let's wait for injections. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in this. I'll leave this thing in the description below. It's pretty thing. I noticed that not much people was watching it. I've seen the comments and people were not. But anyways, I guess people were grazing from time to time to see this specific part. Let me see. He had a good amount of talking to do. And there were others. There have John Finn. I don't know, Mr. There have a lot of them, guys. I want them. Annette, there's Annette now. Oh, Annette there. Okay, guys, I'm going to watch that thing to see what these people saying there. I'll post the link in the description below. Let me know your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up for Clement, of course. Big up yourself, Clement, for doing your thing. Round of applause goes out to you, bro. You doing your thing. You make me want to come there, bro. You make me want to come there. If I come there, I'm in trouble. I tell you. trouble out there, boy. Hey, boy, people don't know. People don't know. I remember I was in the US. And anyways, let me leave that alone. Hey, that's why they put me as a outspeaker, you know, across this sphere. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. I'll try to balance out the audio so you guys can hear everything. I don't know who these engineers and these audio people are, but you guys are failing. You're failing, man. But with that said, organize and fix those things up, man. Or you do it too long to be having things that are not working properly. Ah, man, stop me, I don't ways, man. Anyways, guys, with that said, give this video a thumbs up for Clement, like I said before. Honorable Clement. And I'm gonna listen to the rest of this, so I'll see you guys later.